Friends, this is Nurullah from Abu Dhabi. How an infection happens. A person gets infected with a disease when the person gets exposed to microbes such as bacteria or virus when he is not keeping precautionary measures, or sometimes the person keeps precautionary measures but inadvertently the person may get infected by so many means. How the infection happens? When the microbes in not too many numbers, in a very minimal few number, enters inside the human body, these foreign bodies are not recognized by our internal body biological system and considers that foreign microbe, bacteria or virus as a threat to the healthy body condition, due to which they fight the leukocytes, the white blood corpuscles, fight with these foreign bodies and expel the infected, the infection carriers out of the body. This is the very simple principle of how infection happens. Keeping the current situation of COVID in mind, we have to be very careful in terms of keeping ourselves more hygienic, more health conscious, and more precautionary than ever before in terms of keeping ourselves very sanitized by using hand sanitizers, wearing masks, wearing hand gloves, and so forth. Why I am telling this? The infection happens not only in the human body, the infection happens in the human thoughts. When someone with an evil and nefarious intention would like to spoil, damage, and sabotage the good integrity and the good essence of the other person or the other persons as a community and as a society, the people should be very careful. Like how when a bacteria or virus tries to enter inside the human body, the barriers, the white blood corpuscles fight against them and get these virus out of the body immediately. We have to be very conscious and we have to tune ourselves and we have to make sure that we realize the fact that someone is putting a bad, poisonous, and nefarious thoughts inside our hearts or inside the hearts of the people with good intentions. We have to realize and we have to expel them out. Nowadays, we happen to see so many clashes, conflicts, and the fights happen between different sectarians of the people, or different groups of the people within the same country or within the same province of the same country and different parts of the world. The difference of opinion and the conflicts happen mainly because of the instilling and injecting of these poisonous thoughts in the minds of the people. This is quite obvious in some countries, if you can see, despite the fact that the source or the main essential factor for spreading these bad things is very less or very small in size, the plan or we can say the plot that these kind of people, the poisonous people, are doing is very clever in such a way that in long term, with a planned and structured approach, they would be injecting a poisonous thoughts in the minds of the people to deviate the people's integrity, to deviate the people's harmony, and to split, to make a great split between the people's good hearts, so that these poisonous people can get victory over the other people and conquer by having the people with their own thoughts so that they can achieve the common bad goal. Be cautious and be alert whenever you are in communication with the other people, the other person, or the other group of persons. Always watchful and be alert that if you have even a small doubt of the message being conveyed by the opponent is very skeptical and very doubtful in terms of whether the message is really good or bad, raise it. Expel these bad factors out from you and from your surrounding and from your society. Make sure. Otherwise, these bad things will instill and makes their presence everywhere, expelling the good factors out. There is a story, small story. Hope you might all have heard this small story. In a desert, there is a small hut, and there came a camel. In the hot desert, the camel would like to have an asylum and a place to contain itself for a small relaxation with a shade, due to which it approached the owner of the small hut to give a small space, let's say less than 10% of the space for it at least to have the camel's the only head part to be covered in the shade so that it can relax. So the owner just thought for a while, and what harm would it be if I give this small space, because the camel just asked for a very small space for its head to be covered in the shade. Let it be like that. And he gave permission, it comes inside. Then after a while, the camel asked back the owner to give a little bit more space for its neck to be covered in the shade, because it said to the owner that it was feeling very hot. And the owner was having a good heart and with good intention and goodwill, and with the fact that the space, giving additional space would not make any difficulty, he let the camel come in till its neck. And these kind of additional requests come in sequential manner from the camel till its middle part, the hump, comes into the head. And the owner agreed. Once the hump came in, the camel got a good grip of the whole head, and without even thinking of anything, and without even thinking and without being grateful for the owner who gave all this space, it kicked the owner out of the hut and occupied the whole hut inside for its own self, and kicked the good-hearted owner out without showing a symptom of gratitude. So this story explains the message I conveyed to you before. Be careful, be watchful, and be alert on the people who are not good-hearted. I'm not pessimistic. I'm not negative. I'm not telling adverse thing. The world is full of good people. The world is full of kind-hearted people. Likewise, the world is with the people with nefarious and evil characteristics as well. Be clever and have the skill of identifying those people to let these factors not enter in your arena, in your surrounding, so that you can have a society of all good-hearted people. And this applies to the whole world in terms of the conflict happening in the countries. And if this is realized, the peace will be yours. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.